Those of you who watched the Miami-New England game yesterday saw the spectacular ending with the Dolphins hook and ladder TD. Some people call it hook and lateral, but yeah, the hook and ladder is something that all offensive coaches, for the most part, have in their game plan. It's a little bit like the Hail Mary, where you practice it quite a bit and never really hope to have to run it, but you want to have it in your arsenal in case you do. And just want to walk you through it, just some of the things that we talk about when we coach it. And we've got the Miami players in here just for the sake of this drawing right here. But the ball was snapped to Tannehill, the four-man rush, and Tannehill is looking obviously to get that ball thrown to the curl. And you've got a pretty good idea that you're going to get zone in this situation right here because everybody's deep. And so the big thing that has to happen is you obviously have to get that first pass completed. So it might be a come back directly to the quarterback. It might be get in the hole. Whatever you've got to do to get that 12, 14-yard curl completed is essential to getting this thing going and off the ground. So at the point where that's completed, now Stills, number 10 for Miami, has got to be looking for the X receiver over here on the weak side with a close split. So the thing that's got to happen is your X receiver and your H running back have got to somehow get in like an option pitch phase. And so this running back over here, Drake, has to kind of take his time and let Parker get across the ball. And so as Parker came across, and we'll just draw him in purple here, the thing that was supposed to happen is that this curl route or Stills on the hook route supposed to get the ball to Parker on this side, but New England player made a good play and forced Stills to be an athlete, and he came out of it and ended up getting the pitch on the other side. But the way that you practice it would be for the Z receiver right here to actually get the ball to, and we'll draw that a dotted line right here. So that ball needs to get to the X receiver here. Now as the X receiver comes across, as we mentioned before, at this point right now, you're looking to get in pitch phase here. And so with the X, he'll turn it up, and it is a true option because if no one takes him, then he may be the one that ends up taking the ball down the field. But as is normally the case, what will happen is there's going to be somebody that's going to jump the football. And at that point right now, what you want to do is hopefully get a 2-on-1 situation. And now what you're going to do is you want that ball to be pitched back here to your running back who is in pitch phase. So obviously this worked out really well for the Dolphins, and they ended up getting the ball in Drake's hands. And let me point out that after the initial protection of a four-man front, there was a ton of good work done right here with these guys. The offensive line got down, got in front of the ball after it was thrown, and it kind of turned into, at that point, a rugby toss-back situation that didn't have to happen because they executed this part of it so well. So just one other play that we have in the first down playbook kind of ties into a couple weeks ago when we talked to the Dallas Cowboys' Wade Wilson about their final 3 plays. This is a hook and ladder play that you can count on most teams having in their playbook for the final plays.